Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps is the show that you're currently watching. About to start with his amazing guests, and they gon' tell you how to survive out in the apocalypse. This way you won't be dead if anything was to attack humanity and try to end it. So now you gotta show up with your ears and your eyes and watch the show. It's Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps. Oh yeah! That's the name of the show, and that is in fact what the show is called. We are here. We are doing a show. It is Apocalypse Tips, Lester Pipps. Of course, I'm Lester Pipps. Look, you don't know me if you're not a regular viewer. I don't know if you are or not because I can't see you. The way shows work is you see me. I don't see you. Unless you're trying to show yourself to me, in which case, I guess, I don't know, we talk later. That's a weird aside. Listen, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a show about how you survive apocalypses. I, of course, am qualified to discuss the topic because I am the world's first and foremost doomsday prep lecturer, accredited by no one, but working mostly in the Louisiana State University. Therefore, I consider myself to be LSU's first and foremost doomsday prep lecturer. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, cool. But what you know about living in an apocalypse? Well, clearly I'm down here in a bunker, right? Look behind me. That's a bunker. It's not my actual bunker. It's a projection of a fake bunker because I don't want you to get jealous of how good my actual bunker is. You know, I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to feel like you could achieve what's behind me, even though what's really behind me, you could never do. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk to a bunch of people who's been to one of my lectures back in the day, back before I went down under the ground out here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Back in the day when I was out touring the country, giving these lectures, I would compile a little bit of an email list, and I got a bunch of folks off of it who want to be on the show. At the end of the show, all the way at the end of the show, we're going to talk to a lady named Prue Perriwinkle, who honestly, I don't know very much about. But we're going to find out a lot about her, I think. Before that, we're going to talk to Philip K. Private Dick, who is, of course, a private investigator. Very curious to see what he's been investigating. And then before all of that, we're going to talk to Survivalist Claire Thrills, who you might remember from one of the earlier episodes of the show, a survivalist down in Australia who actually showed us a real live dead snake. Well, a real live dead snake. Yeah, I'm not going to correct that. Now, what we're going to do before that is, well, I always get a bunch of folks asking me questions about surviving apocalypses all week long. It's never the case that nobody does it, and I have to invent some people on my own. It's always true that a bunch of people ask me. And this week, I got a bunch of good questions. So Game of Broker 8 asked me, if the stock market breaks, do we all die? And that's a great question. I'll tell you right now. If the stock market breaks, the only people who die are the stocks. Right? Like, you're going to be fine. Also, rich people are fucked, but that's cool. Now, three real witches wants to know, what if you are Macbeth reincarnated? I'm so glad they asked this question, these three real witches, because I don't think I've ever thought about it before. But the possibility is intriguing. I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, what if back in the day, prior to all this me being alive stuff, I was a dead ghost for a long time. And then prior to that, I was, in fact, a fictional character from a play by Shakespeare. Like, that could be cool, you know, but I don't think it's apocalyptic, so I'm not really sure why they asked me. Now, Robert Journey Jordan wants to know, if the wheel of time keeps on turning, where will you be tomorrow? Robert Journey Jordan, I'll be right down here in my bunker, baby. I'm always down here. Bunker outside Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I know how to say it. Man, in the backyard of my ex-wife's house. And I'm never going to change. And I don't want you to change either unless you are doing things that need to be changed to make you a better person. In which case, go ahead and change. I don't know what I'm saying now. Look, it's January 28th, okay? And everybody knows that that means it is, in fact, National Daisy Day here in America. And I think across the world, although it's called National Daisy Day, so I'm not 100% sure if it is international or not, but probably, I guess, not, right? And as it is National Daisy Day, I just want y'all to know what folks do in Louisiana on National Daisy Day. In New Orleans, everybody makes a voodoo doll of a tulip and kills it so that more daisies can grow up in its place. It's a very important tradition. People love it. If you are in New Orleans on January 28th, you might get confused by all the stabbing of fake flowers that's going on, but it always works. We get so many daisies down here in the next couple of days after that. In Baton Rouge, every meal is required to to include at least one dollop of Daisy sour cream. If it doesn't, then you're not allowed to eat it. So you got to add that sour cream no matter what you're eating. Even if you're eating yogurt, you add sour cream, okay? It's National Daisy Day. And of course, statewide, no one is allowed to say anything negative about Star Wars in honor of Daisy Ridley. Now, we are going to get to my guests now. I'm so excited about this. My first guest is somebody who you saw on a show a while back. Their name is Claire Thrills. And like I said, they brought on a real life dead snake last time. Let's see how Claire's been. Claire, welcome to the show.
Lester, mate,
Claire. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Welcome back.
It's nice to see you. Hey, I heard you say it's National Daisy Day, right?
That's right.
I got you something.
No way. A present all the way from Australia?
I got you Australian daisies.
Wow. They look like dead things, but I love the gesture.
Yeah, they're apocalypse daisies.
Apocalypse daisies. I have never heard of an apocalypse daisy before. I got to tell you.
Mate, you're the one that's meant to be giving out tips and you haven't even heard of apocalypse daisies?
I haven't. You know, some things are different in Australia and America. I know all about Louisiana daisies. I know all about Baton Rouge daisies. I know all about hell. I even know about Shreveport daisies, but I don't know a thing about these Australian daisies.
Well, mate, I've never heard of none of them daisies, but I have heard of these. And let me tell you, these daisies know how to survive an apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, they look like if that's them in full bloom, then during an apocalypse, they'd probably still be full bloom.
Oh, mate, full bloom, 100%. They've gone 3 rounds of full bloom.
Well, good for them. Claire Thrills, I got to ask you, since the last time we talked, would you say that you're going full bloom?
Mate, I'm always full bloom, which is actually why I wanted to chat to you today, Lester. So,
yeah.
I hear things in the old US of A ain't going so well. I mean, all right. I know that you got rid of Trumpet, but you guys, you are full-blown apocalypse down there. So,
yeah,
I got a little plan to get you out of there, right?
Oh, really? You trying to extricate me from? Is this anything like that movie I of course haven't seen because I never watch movies? Extraction.
That one. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Tell me, Claire. I mean, I'll tell you what. On the one hand, I'm thinking to myself, I live in a pretty sweet bunker that's so good I can't let anybody see it because they get jealous, and I don't want to leave it. And on the other hand, I'm thinking, well, getting extracted like the movie Extraction that I haven't seen could be pretty good.
All right. Numero uno, you do have a sick bunker. It looks like you've renovated it since I last saw you, yeah?
Oh, for sure. Although the one that you see, and again, that one, that's a fake. The real one, you would be into it, you know? You would be like, into it, you know?
All right. Look, I don't know, Lester, but does your bunker have one of these?
Well, Claire, I got to tell you, I can't really tell what that is from the way you're holding it, so I have no idea. Is it a stick? Because if so, then no, we don't have any sticks down here.
Mate, well, you're missing out. This isn't just any old stick. This is the Apocalypse Special Stick.
What?
So you can't say it too loud, okay? You don't want other people to hear you.
The Apocalypse Special Stick.
Yeah. So when shit really hits the fan,
yeah,
you clean it off with this, right?
Okay. So wait, what makes that stick any? Look, I don't want to sound Jewish, but what makes that stick different than all the different other sticks? I hope my Jews.
Yeah, you don't want to sound Jewish these days. Alrighty.
Well, okay, it's okay when I say it. What'd you say?
What? Oh yeah.
What?
Whoa. Hey.
Tell me about this stick. What's going on?
Man, I'm gonna come over there with this. No, wait, I'm trying to rescue you here. I'm doing you a
favor.
What? All right. Here's the plan. Australia, we're really killing this apocalypse. So 2, I'm gonna try to get you out of there. 3, I'll marry you. I'll marry you for the visa. You can come to Australia, no questions asked.
Whoa. This is the first time I've ever been proposed marriage to.
Really? Look, you can't
Yeah.
see, but I am on one knee.
Oh my, Claire, I had no idea you felt this way.
Well, mate, neither did I. I just really wanted to help out a mate.
Wow, I mean, you want to help me out so bad. You see me dealing with being a divorcee down here in Louisiana, dealing with all these COVIDs up in the air, trying to eat my brains at the same time. My ex-wife is trying to eat my heart. I mean,
Yeah.
Claire Thrills, I gotta say, I'm moved beyond any words I expected to ever say.
Well,
but
all right, no words. I've already got you a wedding present.
oh, I hope it's more apocalypse daisies.
You know,
A
you know what
cage?
this is? Yeah, I've been
A
catching
cage?
COVIDs.
You've been catching COVIDs? Oh no, don't let them
Yeah.
out.
No, I won't.
That
No way,
cage
they're
has
not
way too
destructive.
many holes in it.
No.
COVIDs is
they're not
tiny,
destructive.
Claire.
You can't see them.
Yeah, how do you know they're still in there?
Because it's a cage. Duh.
Oh, Claire.
So I put all of
I don't want to
these-
sound like I'm from Wisconsin, but oh, Claire.
Whoa, that's a pretty good Wisconsin. I've never been to Wisconsin though.
Well, it's a
But
city
you
in
can take me
Wisconsin,
there
but
when
yeah.
we're married.
You gotta listen. I was so moved by you offering to pick me up from this place that I'm in, but I can't marry someone who definitely has a bunch of COVIDs up inside their body.
That's cool.
Hey, no, Claire, listen.
That's
Well, I mean, maybe you could just. Well, no, wait. I don't want.
What?
This couldn't have gone worse because on the one hand, I'm thinking to myself, like, I got this woman who not only wants to rescue me, but wants to physically, but wants to rescue me emotionally, and I'd be a fool to turn that down. But on the other hand, I'm thinking to myself, I got a woman who thinks you can catch COVIDs in cages. Who I try never to be insulting to any of my guests, but damn, that's stupid, you know.
I just don't see the problem here. Well,
Waddles Barkley in the chat asked a really important question.
What?
Claire, Waddles Barkley in the chat asked a really important question, right as my mouse decided to freeze. Oh, there we go. Waddles Barkley wants to know, what if Australia doesn't have Popeyes?
What if they
Claire,
don't have Popeyes?
tell me you got Popeyes down there.
I've got Popeyes right here.
Oh, now that's a good Popeye joke. I like that a lot. But no, I'm talking about listen, if you know anything about me, you know that my reason for existing is to bring Louisiana culture into the post-apocalypse. And of course, by Louisiana culture, I do mean the recipe and all necessary ingredients to Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strips. So the question here is, do you have the necessary Popeyes in the country in order for me to sustain my life?
All right, look, Lest. I've got a great answer for this one. If you really want to share that culture with the world, where better to do that than literally the other side of the world? Australia. I mean, Australia. Here, with me.
I mean, that's such a good point. And it goes right in line with what Wizworld Live said, which is bring a Popeyes franchise with you. Of course, that's genius because, I mean, if I can build a Popeyes franchise location in a bunker, I can build one in all of Australia. Wow.
All of it.
Okay.
All over. All right. Whoa. I have a question for you, Mr. Pipps. If that is your real name, I don't even know you
I
anymore.
hope it is. My real name might be Macbeth.
Maybe, but that's only in the afterlife. All right, my question is, how big do you think Australia is?
Oh, okay. Like in terms of square miles or in terms of like relativity? Like, can I name another place and compare it, or do I have to give you a number?
You have to give me both. Number.
What? Oh, damn! I shouldn't have asked. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I believe that Australia is the size of 3.7 Alaskas. And that would be roughly Alaska is 2 cubic meters. So 3.7 times 2, 7.4 cubic meters. No, that can't be right.
No. Try
Yeah,
it
because it
again.
wouldn't be cubic anyway, would it? Because that's volume. Oh boy, this math joke sucked. Okay. I'm gonna go with sticking with 3.7 Alaskas. You tell me, am I right?
Wrong. Guess a country.
Guess a country? Just like pick one out of my butt? What are you talking about?
No, wait. Guess a country that's the same size as Australia. Duh.
Oh, okay. China.
No.
Oh, okay.
Look, I've got a clue.
Okay.
Kind of where you're from.
Okay, Louisiana. No, that can't be right.
That's not a country. That's
Well,
a
it is
city.
where I come from.
Duh.
It is where well, no. It's never no. It's a state.
Yeah.
But it's also a country where I come from. Okay, you telling me Australia is the same size as the USA?
Yeah! Yeah, boy! That one!
Oh man, so it is 3.7 Alaskas. I was right.
Whoa, wait a minute. I thought Alaska was like this big.
No. Alaska is like a third of the U.S. Okay, but you know what? That's not. Regardless of all that, now that I got it right, does that mean we married? Is that an Australian marriage custom?
I now pronounce you Lester and Claire. You shall enjoy the apocalypse together forever.
Claire, I have never been to a self-officiated wedding before, but again, that must be an Australian custom. I'm so happy about this. I had no idea. I do really want to make sure we get to the bottom of whether or not you have COVID. But I mean, this is so great. This is so great.
I've never been married before.
I have, and it was terrible, but I think this time it's going to go better.
I hope so.
Me too. Yeah.
Everyone says that it's real fun.
It was real fun for a time, and then, well, Claire, I gotta ask you. I know we're already legally married according to Australian custom, but just in case we need to have an out, I got one question for you, which is like, is it okay with you that I will never leave my bunker? I will always choose the survival of the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strip over you.
Well, mate, don't make me come over there.
I want you to.
Me come over there.
We're married. I want you to be here. You offered to come. You offered to come save me.
I know, but I was going to bring you back here to my bunker.
Oh, okay.
Well, we need to go on Jerry Springer to sort some shit out.
We do. That's a great idea. I'll call Jerry. He doesn't know me, but I'll call him and ask. That one guy, Connor something, wants to know if I'm looking for one of those like prison marriages, which I think what you mean by that is the kind where like you watch each other's backs in the shower. And yeah, I would hope that we have each other's backs in the shower.
Matt, don't scare me like that. I thought you were right behind me.
What? Oh, no, not like, hey, Claire, no, I can't see you back from here unless you turn around. I just mean like, I'll defend you. Like, have you ever seen that movie? I, of course, haven't seen it because everybody knows I only watch LSU football. But have you seen that movie, Don't Think Twice, where they're always like, I got your back? That's what we're talking about.
Right. So you're talking more like metaphysical, metaphorically, metamorphously. That kind of got your back.
Yeah, I want to metamorphosize into a couple that has each other's backs.
Cool. All right. I think I'm down.
Listen,
I think I'm down.
I feel like we've been through a lot of twists and turns in our relationship already in just the last 8 minutes, but I'm feeling like you're probably the best thing that ever happened to me besides the Popeyes Association.
Holy shit.
Well, I guess my son.
I'll take that.
And I guess my first wife.
Wait.
But like, yeah, fourth best.
Whoa.
Fourth best.
I did not know that I was joining into something that had a son. How old's your son?
Wow, I'm amazed that you feel like you love me, even though you literally don't know any of the things about me. That is, I mean, I'm honored by it. I love that I give off that kind of a magnetism, but yeah, I talk about my son every time I come into existence, which is every episode. My son is, God, would he be 8 yet? No, he's still 7.
Well, you've been hiding things from me before we were even married. That's another point to go on Jerry Springer, mate. All right,
Claire, I got to tell you, I absolutely have not been hiding this. I literally talk about it every show.
Well, why didn't you tell me? I'm a real good babysitter.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not even allowed to babysit him myself, but I think I think we're off to a good start. We've already sorted out one major difference. We never got to the bottom of what makes that stick different than all other sticks. The Jewish question,
We did.
but we did decide to gloss over the fact that you don't know how to catch a COVID, which I think what we've done here is the epitome of what a marriage should be, where you deal with the small stuff and you ignore the big stuff. I think that's how
Great.
marriage works. I'm a divorced
So-
man now. Go ahead.
Speaking of the small stuff, I've got 3 little things to sort out with you. If we're going to be an international marriage, we need to sort out the language barrier, okay?
Oh,
Number 1, trash. You can't say trash anymore. You have to say rubbish.
I do. Wait, I'm sorry. By sort out the marriage barrier, the language barrier, did you mean you get to demand what my words will be?
Duh. That's what being a wife
Okay,
is.
yeah. So just like my first marriage. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I can say rubbish. That's cool.
Okay, rubbish. Number
You
2.
get 2 more, and then we got to move on to my next guest.
All right. Oh, we can just go straight to number 3. When you get a coffee.
No, I want 2. I want 2.
Okay, 2. Yeah, when you get a coffee, you can't say to go. You have to say, I want this takeaway, because you're taking the coffee
Takeaway.
away. So it's takeaway. It ain't to go.
That's a whole extra syllable. To go is so nice and simple with the 2 syllables. Okay, no, I
Oh.
said I would do it. I'll do it. If we're legally
what, maybe
married
I'll do
according
that
to Australian custom, I'm already locked in. I'll say it. I want my food
Yeah.
to go. No, not. Oh, come on. I want my food
No,
takeaway. There we go.
Takeaway.
Takeaway.
Should you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
That's all-
one
that's
more.
all
That
I
one guy
wanted to
Connor
say.
something suggested you have me change the way I say bathroom and elevator, but I can't imagine you'd want me to do that. I say bathroom by calling it the poopa, and I call the elevator the rider.
I think you should give it a shot. Call it the bathroom. Your turn.
The bathroom? Bathroom?
No, not bathroom. Bathroom.
Oh, the bathroom. Got it.
Oh, not bad. We'll work on that one. We'll work on it.
All right. Well, Claire Thrills, my beautiful wife. I gotta go to my next guest. I'm so glad we're married now. Man, Australian customs make it so lax. That's great. But before we get to my next guest, I do have a question coming to me through my publicist at Ezra Partier on Instagram, from at Ella Francis, who I'm looking at Ella Francis, and yeah, I gotta say, Ella looks like Claire if you wasn't wearing a hat.
Whoa. Wait, Lester. Don't tell
Yeah?
no one. I've got a fake name.
Whoa! So wait, your Ella Francis account is a burner, and you're really Claire Thrills in real life?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
thank God!
just
Because
don't
if you
tell
was lying to me about our marriage, I'd be real upset. I mean, our very real marriage, that would be terrible. Okay, well, your fake account, which I guess this question comes from you, but as a fake account. The question is not written down in the place I wanted it to. So let me find it. Oh, the question was, how do you believe babies are born? Okay. Well, this is a great question. I believe, let me take this first and then we'll go to you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I believe babies are born. So, when a mommy fucks a daddy very much, they sometimes, like one of those times, the seed will take, right? And then they get like gestation happens, and then like all of a sudden there's more cells, and then all of a sudden the cells is like baby shaped, and then all of a sudden the baby's like, I gotta give me some of that, and hops right out the vagina. That's what I think. Anyway, what do you think? Whatever the question I asked was, how do you think?
Oh, mate, you have no idea. That is such a gross way of making babies. So what happens?
What? I think I was spot on.
You have all of the little COVIDs. They're all inside of here, and then they all congregate together, and then see this flap. Then they escape out of this flap, and then a baby is born. And that's what happens. That's how you make babies in 2021.
Okay, you know what, Claire? I think it's a good thing that we are married so that one of us can figure out which one of the other one is wrong about how babies are made. But I'm pretty sure it's you, because neither your explanation didn't involve a single human being.
Exactly. It's all COVID's.
Well, we gotta get my next guest on the show. I'm so excited to talk to them.
Get him up.
Claire, my beautiful wife, Claire, stick around. We're gonna talk to another guest who I'm very excited to talk to, and that person is, of course, Philip K. Private Dick. A private dick, I assume. Welcome to the show, Philip K. Private Dick.
Hey there, Lester. Thanks for having me. Congratulations on the nuptials there, Ms. Thrills. Who's going to take the other name, by the way?
Oh, wow.
You're going to be Lester Thrills?
Lester Thrills is pretty good, but I gotta say, sorry, what'd you say there,
Claire
Claire?
Pipps. Yeah.
Yes.
Could we be Pipps Thrills? Lester Pipps Thrills?
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
Okay,
Pretty
great.
cool.
Well,
Pretty cool.
I'm so glad that you were here to witness this Philip K. Private Dick.
That's
apparently
great.
it's not necessarily
if you need any surveillance done on that Finsta or whatever, and you're not sure if she's being faithful all the way down there, you just give me a call. $65 an hour, half rates.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't think we're going to start our marriage off on the terms of
oh, sure,
spying
of course. No, that'd be terrible.
Well, I mean, I think that it would, but you know, that's okay. I hope that you have plenty of business of that variety. Have you found that the COVID has affected your business?
Yeah, it's in the tubes. If everyone could go get a vaccine, please. I can go back to investigating normal mysteries and relationships. I'd really appreciate it, because right now, people are like, "Yeah, I lost my car," and like, well, it's just outside. You didn't go outside, and no one's cheating. It's so hard to cheat now. You know, when I try to keep tabs on a husband, I just go to their apartment and I stare. There's just nowhere to go. So please take that vaccine. I want to get back to doing normal work.
Wow. Yeah. I guess people didn't even think about how this would affect the private investigation business.
Yeah.
You know, because
the whole lockdown thing has been bad for me in a way that's different than how the Republicans mean it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Now, I got to ask you, what have you been doing to stay afloat?
Well, you know, I still take whatever case I can. I've been trying to get in the murder racket, but there's just so much less murder. And again, the cheating is way down. I've had to mostly resort to finding fake Instagram accounts and busting people for stream piracy.
Oh, wow. I remember reading a story about somebody trying to reinstall Napster and getting caught doing Napster again. Right. Did you catch that?
I was part of that team. Shout out also to Robert Evans, J. Jonah Crierson, and Madeline Pryor. Good squad.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you had. Is that? Do you normally work with those folks? Is that like your squad?
No, you know, we normally do a sort of a lone wolf kind of thing, because you know it really just takes one guy to figure out if someone's cheating. You know, that's sort of a one-man job. You know, because it's not that hard. The answer is if you're in LA and rich, the answer is just yes. I just check the box and I just go through surveillance as a formality for billable hours. You know what I mean?
Oh wow! So you've probably you've probably framed innocent men before.
No, I would never frame an innocent man.
Well, not intentional framing, but just by being yes, and then
exactly. It's never intentional framing.
Yeah, I mean, what's the? Is there a major celebrity whose case you were involved with?
I busted Eddie Murphy back in the 80s. That was me.
Oh no. That was you? Because I remember Eddie Murphy was always saying, I didn't do it. This is a frame job. Somebody framed me.
That's what, and people should have learned from Eddie, but they still haven't. All you do is say, yeah, that was me. I like it. So what? And then I look like an asshole.
That worked for Tiger Woods.
It worked. Yes. Tiger Woods said, "I'm sorry, I was so horny." Everyone, like, "Oh no, what a bad guy." I got laid as much as I want, and then he's just back golfing. His life is fine.
Were you there the night that his ex-wife El Nordgren came out and was like yelling at him out in front of his house?
I actually gave Tiger a ride after that. Yeah, I was there because he's like, "Hey, I got to pick up some stuff. Can you come with me? I don't feel safe because I just golf, so I'm not very strong, and my wife is a model, and her calves are powerful like steel. Can you come with me?" So I went, and it was upsetting, but it's also a scene I see all the time in my line of work.
I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. I remember that story vividly because one of the images from it was El Nordgren with a golf club, like ready to hit Tiger with it. And I'm like, that's his tool,
It's it right
but
there.
he deserves to get hit by it.
It was a real epic fantasy moment where, Tiger's own blade was sort of wielded against him by the one he loved, who she betrayed her, and so she did a revenge betrayal. And I do have to admit legally that I did take and sell that picture.
You did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, a politician laughs at the butcher when he wastes the squeal of the pig, as they say.
Yeah, what?
You want to make money wherever you can, and I'm just sort of a man with no real scruples. So
that makes sense. That makes sense. Claire, did that picture of El Nordgren with the golf club swinging at a Tiger, did that make it down to the Australia? Do you know what we're talking about?
I know he's got one of you looking like that.
Oh, me? Claire, no.
Mate, I hired him. He's my employee.
That is true. I guess now I got to disclose it. Thank you, Claire. Yeah, I do work for Claire. I actually booked the show. We're trying to legally I can't say entrap you, but more or less.
Wait a minute.
I want to thank you, Private Dick, for your work on Lester's previous marriage.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Thrills.
Is the reason. Yeah, he's the reason I can now marry you, Lester. So thank you.
What? This is all an elaborate. Claire, you broke up my marriage. You took me away. You claim to not even know my son, but you broke up my marriage.
Well, it's really more just pushing the dominoes that were already set.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. You have to be right about that. She was very upset with me for not leaving the bunker because I valued the papa's over her. But Claire, what are you trying to get out of this? You marry me and then you set me up to fall again? Are you
Lester? Whoa! I know what you really want in life.
Bump the brakes.
Pump the brakes. I know what you want, and it's right here, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, there.
Yeah. Well,
her and the stick, which you asked earlier. What makes it different is you dip the stick twice when you clean things, right? I mean,
yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that. I was going to come back to it. I'm really glad you did.
Private Dick knows what this is about,
right?
Well. I don't. I mean, this feels like it's a soap opera now. Well, you're breaking me up with my family. You're marrying me by Australian customs. I don't even know if they're real or not. And now
they're real.
And it's. Oh, thank you. And so the point was just you would.
All right. I don't know what you're talking about, but I got this off Alan.
That seems like the least important part.
Look, Lester, let's pause here and let's take stock of what the situation is. So you were in a marriage with a wife who didn't understand you or like what you did, right?
I guess that's true, yeah.
And now that marriage is over, you still have your son. That didn't go away. The marriage you didn't like went away. And what you got is this knockout in Australia wants so much to marry you that she's created the preconditions for your marital liberty. She's going to extricate you to a safer place.
Wow,
Why are
you're
you
so right.
upset?
When you put it like that, that's the only question you can ask. Why are you upset? I got a
Why
woman who
are
loves
you
me so
upset?
much to orchestrate my divorce and extricate me from
Yeah.
a country. I
It's an
mean,
8-year project.
wow. Claire, I'm so sorry I got mad.
You're the best lawyer ever.
Thank you. Yes, I'm also a lawyer and a bail bondsman, although I don't support, bail. So
you're a man with no scruples, but you have principles with no
scruple.
scruples.
yeah, there, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I should put that on the sign. Yes, principles, no scruples.
Wow. Well, okay. I mean, I gotta ask, Philip, is this the craziest story you've ever been put into the middle of?
No, because one time I had to file a minority report.
What?
No,
I
used to have a basement with these what do we call them? Precogs, right? They would lay in this milk, and they could see the future. But what I didn't always tell clients was sometimes they just saw possible futures. And so, when you asked about framing, it's not really framing, but sometimes the precog would see a future where the husband was fucking around and he wasn't.
Whoa.
And one of those guys was President William Jefferson Clinton.
You saw Tricky Dick? No, that's not
I also saw Nixon.
That's not his name. That's the thing he had.
I saw a future where Nixon and Clinton were cheating with the same lady.
Whoa.
That one was crazy. And the lady was a robot.
Oh my God. No, I gotta ask you, Philip K. Private Dick. Is there any chance that was a dream that you had?
No, because I only dream of electric sheep. Oh, wait a minute.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Oh, he's into New Zealanders.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. For a second, I was worried I was a robot, but you're right. I'm just part New Zealander. They're goofy nasal vowels. Sounds nuts.
That makes sense. Yeah, New Zealanders are always dreaming of electric sheep. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is. I remember hearing about this guy Tim Cruise or whatever who was in like some kind of a movie where there was a feature like that, but I don't watch any movies, so I don't know anything about that. Wow. Now, Philip, I mean, what happened to those precogs? Are you still working with them?
No. They're the technical term is disposed.
Oh.
Which means I take them to a transfer station in Long Beach.
Like dead.
Yeah. Like that.
Station.
Okay, so you take them to a transfer station in Long Beach and then watch them die.
I don't know what you call them in Australia.
Oh, a rubbish heap, I think.
Landfill.
Oh, we call it a cemetery.
Now, legally, you can't bury precogs in a cemetery. They taint the soil and things come back wrong.
Oh, yeah. I guess if they're always covered in milk, then you're going to be putting milk into the soil.
Right. Yep. And the milk rots and goes nuts.
Yeah. Everybody knows cemeteries are lactose intolerant.
So you make baby chinos.
Uh-huh. Wow. Well, Philip K. Private Dick, I feel like we spent a lot of your time talking about my marriage, which I apologize for, but we do have to get to my next guest.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Great. Well, before we do it,
I've facilitated a wonderful marriage, and I got 8 years of billable hours out of it. That's who could ask for that kind of job security, you know?
Wow. Yeah. You've been working on this for 8 years?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's before I even met Claire Thrills.
She plays the long game.
That's longer than I've known Claire Thrills.
Wow. Or is it?
Yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, it is.
You're billing us for the future.
Okay. Well, we gotta get to my next guest. But before we do have a question.
Nope. Regular. Nope. Nope. Okay. Back to the Future, I guess. I mean,
All right, we gotta get to my next case. Before we do have a question coming to me from at WizWorld Live, who
oh yeah,
looking at their picture, they kind of look like if you Philip K. Private Dick wasn't wearing those glasses and had a friend.
Wish I did, Lester. Let me tell you, this guy,
Oh.
he's just my secretary, not a friend. Not a friend right now. I told you before.
Oh, he looks nice.
Yeah, he looks nice, but he bites.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You got to watch out for that. Now, WizWorld Live wants to know how many times have you been to a place where you felt uncomfortable? That's the question that WizWorld Live asked. How many times have you been to a place that you were uncomfortable? Let me take this one first. I'll give you time to think. For me, the answer is I have been to a place where I felt uncomfortable at least every time I wasn't down here in the bunker. And that's just for me. Philip K. Private Dick, how about you?
Exactly 3, but I've only experienced 2 of them so far.
Whoa.
I have dreamt of the 3rd, and I know it shall come true.
Oh my God.
But I haven't been there just yet.
Wow.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but it may involve you and a divorce. Just saying.
Are you telling me that me and Claire the Frills aren't fated to be together forever?
I didn't say who's divorced. I said a divorce.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm back on board. Well, at WizWorld Live, we got to, that's what's on the screen, right where your name should go. At Philip K. Private Dick, we do have to get to my next guest. I'm going to bring them on right now. Their name is Prue Perriwinkle, and man, am I excited to talk to Prue. I know nothing about them, but here they are. Prue, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Is this Love Tips with Lester Pipps? Because I'm looking for love. And you seem to know what about it.
It kind of is Love Tips with Lester Pipps at this point. I've just gotten married. I found out that love is a sham. You can get divorced because of precog wants you to. I mean, I found out all kinds of stuff tonight. But it is technically Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pipps, Prue.
Oh, but I think love is the most important thing in an apocalypse. And you need to be connected. You need to find your soulmate and not be alone.
That's really good advice. Yeah, that's
it's the number one thing. I've never been.
Oh, you haven't? Well, that it happens for people when it happens for people. I didn't know I was in love until today. So I mean, I was before.
You love stuff.
I am. That's why I keep saying weird stuff. Now, Prue, I mean, what is your life like now? Are you out there searching for love?
Well, I try and write to people and send them letters, and I've been watching lots of videos because I love cats. And I've been learning about how cats mate, and I just want to meet someone and go on a date and be able to let them, how cats mate. They actually grab your scruff of your neck, and then the female cat, she pounces. I think I would be like that. So I want to find someone who would do that with me.
Wow, that's so specific and nice. Now, I gotta ask you, Prue. I try not to ask this kind of a question of any of my guests, but for you, I'm real uncertain. How old are you?
No, a woman never shares, doesn't she?
Okay, well, you said woman, so that say that again. I'm sorry.
Isn't that a part of seduction? You got to keep things secret.
You said woman. You said woman, so I'm going to assume you're an adult, which means, for me, I think that means that
risky assumption, Lester. Let me tell you, I've had more than one client go down on that.
What?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that could be. I suppose that could be a problem. Now,
I'm over 21.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't.
Thank you for the compliment. I look eternal.
Now, okay, so you're over 21. You haven't experienced love before. What is it that you're looking for somebody to treat you like a cat, sexually, I guess. But do you also want that? do you also want that like just in all your whole life?
Yeah, I want my partner, my love star. I want to find the person that completes me. I want to go on the journey of life with them. But what would be your number one tip? Like, we have to have things in common. Like, I love cats, and you look like a Russian blue with those aviators. I bet you have blue pearly eyes.
Well, just as a woman never tells her age, an apocalypse tips man never tells his eyes. Now, I will say, you know, I'm thinking to myself, like, if you want the perfect partner for you, and you want them to treat you like a cat, you know, in the bedroom, are you also looking for folks to treat you like a cat in your real life? Are you looking for like somebody to climb on a scratch bar with or something? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
In private, we can do that. That's the whole ritual.
Okay, well, great. Have you had experiences with like maybe boyfriends or girlfriends or whoever friends that you're looking for, and they're like almost a cat but not quite?
Well, I think everyone has like cat qualities, but I've had experiences like over online, like talking to people and finding out what they like, and a lot of people are cat people. Some are dogs, but you like fried chicken. Do you know my favorite thing in the world? I like Vegemite sandwiches. They're so yummy.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is a rare thing.
Who has a passion for food.
That makes sense. Yeah, someone who has a passion for food. I don't know that. I mean, Vegemite sandwiches are the closest thing to cat food I've ever seen. So I guess this makes sense. But now, as long as you like them. Now, I don't, Claire Thrills, I don't know if you're actually there or not. I'm confused by what's happening with your tech side of things. But if you are able to hear, what's your stance on Vegemite as a fellow Australian? Okay, maybe you're not there.
You should stock them in your bunker, Lester. I can send them to you.
Oh, you would? That's so nice of you.
She's giving 2 thumbs up to the Vegemite.
Vegemite
There we
is
go.
good.
Yeah. Well, hey, if my wife likes it, then I want it. Send it over. See, and that's what she's looking for. Somebody who will allow a thing that they consider to be basically cat food into their bunker for you.
Yeah, I want someone who would just accept all of me, and there's lots of me to love. I have a big capacity, a big well of love to give. Don't you think, Private Dick?
You seem delightful. I think any man or cat woman or cat person would be lucky to have you. Enthusiasm is hard to come by in a wife in LA.
Is it?
Or any spouse. I shouldn't just say wife. It's really everyone's very ironically detached.
I don't know what you're talking about. I act like myself in all situations.
No,
I love this. You should be great. And you know what, Prue? If you find someone, I will check them out for you for free. Pro bono.
Oh, I love that. You can find out all the juicy details. And I can use them on the first date.
This is just an infectious level of delight.
And then we'll be like in simpatico, and they'll fall in love with me straight away. That's a very good tip. I'm going to write that one down.
Wow, this is fantastic. You two are getting along great. I mean, I don't mean to be too forward, but Philip K. Private Dick, what's your marital status?
Oh, you know, I had a wife, or at least I thought I did, but it turned out the memories were implanted.
Oh no!
So I got all the heartbreak, nothing to show for it. Yeah, it was. Oh, it's quite devastating. You know, I thought it was this rebel on Mars, fighting to free Mars.
Oh no!
They were trying to steal the air from the mutant people on Mars, but it was all up here. Yeah, as I went through the VR experience at the Americana, Glendale.
Oh man, that's tough. So
that's really bad. You need to find your soulmate. They'll fix all of it. They'll complete you.
I should hope so.
Well, now again, I don't mean to be too forward, but Philip K. Private Dick, do you like treating your sexual partners like cats?
If that's what they're into.
Okay.
And it doesn't just have to be baby cats. There's jaguars, there's tigers.
You're into the big cats also. Polecats, leopards, lynxes.
Oh, they're very.
Lynxes are even ears, little ear action going on.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
Nikki, you want to sniff me?
I hate to interrupt this beautiful moment of connection between two people who sexualize cats, but I do have to say, we're coming up on the end of the hour here,
Oh,
and
geez.
the Pack Theater Twitch channel, which is where this show is live streaming, has another show on it right after at 7:00, which is Play Cousins, I believe, tonight. Sometimes I'm wrong about that, but I always think it's Play Cousins. And if you are watching right now on here, you should stick around and watch Play Cousins. But if you're watching anywhere else, we're gonna finish this episode real quick. We're running a little bit late, but we got to make sure if you're on the Pack Twitch channel, stick around for Play Cousins. If you're not, then nothing is going to change for you when I leave Twitch right now. Okay. Wow. So you two, I mean, I'm so excited to be not only falling in love on this show, but to be forcing two people to fall in love pretty much just on my own volition. Now, do you feel like I've been overbearing here, or do you feel like there's any kind of a connection between the two of you?
I think you just saw sparks. You said, "Where's the fire?" And it's right here.
Yeah, especially because you're wearing those orange glasses. It reminds me of Tonga.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Now, Prue, I gotta.
I think. Good too.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I bet you smell good. I like scents. My favorite scent is when a cat
smells it.
And you can smell that muskiness. I bet you're nice and musky.
I am absolutely musky. I've been described that on many a court record.
On a court record? What?
Well, because I was in court, and they say, now the musky gentleman, will he take the stand? And I say, yes, sir. He's the one. He was with Nixon having sex with that robot.
Wow, wait. You were having sex with the robot?
No. When I was testifying in the Whitewater trials.
Oh, when you were testifying in the Whitewater trial about whether Clinton and Nixon had sex with, right, of course, because that was part of the Whitewater.
I've never had sex with a robot with Richard Nixon.
Great. And of course, everything that is said on the show is legally binding, so we know that that's true. Now, Prue, I gotta ask you, you're in Australia, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, I feel like we're doing a thing here where we've got like Australian women, American boys. I mean, what? I guess, Philip, we gotta hop on a plane.
I guess we do. All right, Lester. I got a private jet out back. I can just come pick you up.
You have a private jet?
I got a Gulfstream 2.
What? Wow. That would be
there must be something in the water in America because the men are really scrumptious.
Yeah, fluoride.
Yeah, we got fluoride in our water. Wow. Well, this is so exciting. I haven't been swept off my feet by a woman who left my show early before, which is, of course, not
alpha move.
Real alpha move. She's like, you know what? Now that we's married, I'm getting out of here. But no, she texted me. In fact, I didn't give her my number, but she texted me that she's having internet trouble. So we. Oh, you gave it to her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess prior to tonight, I would have said, "Come on, man." But now I'm saying thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I guess our next move is to get over there and connect with our ladies, which is great. I mean, this is so exciting. But our next move on the show is to wrap it up a little bit because we are coming to the end here. But before we do, I have a question coming to me through my publicist Instagram from at Wailing Sarah, who I'm looking at Wailing Sarah, and I'm seeing like, Prue, if you didn't have your hair going crazy on purpose, you'd probably look like Wailing Sarah.
Oh, that's so nice of you. She's really pretty.
She sure is. Yeah, it is a compliment. You're absolutely right. Now, Wailing Sarah wants to know, where did it go? Wailing Sarah wants to know, what's your ideal date? Ooh, good question, Wailing Sarah. Now, I'll take this one first if you don't mind. My ideal date, I would say, is step 1, we meet outside. Step 2, we step inside a Popeyes Louisiana spicy chicken strips or franchise location. Step 3, we watch an LSU football Tigers game. Step 4, we make sweet love if we want to, or we take it slow if we want to. Anyway, that's just me. What would you say is your perfect date, Perriwinkle?
My perfect date would be if we go to the zoo and we watch the big tigers and get all like, frisky in the zoo, and we can bring our own Vegemite sandwiches and have like a romantic picnic, and there'll be lights and it'll be nice and it'll be like midnight, and then we make love.
Love. Notes taken.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm so glad that we could make it so you could have the perfect date when we get to Australia. This is so exciting. Claire Thrills is back. Claire Thrills, welcome back to the show.
I'm back. I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Double marriage. What do you know?
Whoa!
This is like the matchmaking show.
Yeah. This really is Love Tips with Lester Pipps.
It sure is. Yeah. And based on the way that I named the episode, say again. I'm sorry, I spoke over you.
Apocalypse.
That's
Very
true.
true.
That's very true. Well, we are coming up on the end of the show. I'm glad we answered that question. But now I want to go around and if there's any last words of advice you have for my listeners, or anything you want us to prepare before we bring ourselves over to Australia from America. Prue, now would be the time to tell them about it. Any last words of advice? Anything you want folks to find on the internet?
If you love my energy, go to my Instagram at Wailing Sarah, and I have lots and lots and lots of videos for you.
Oh, that's your Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for that, Prue. Now, Philip K. Private Dick, how about you? Any last words of advice for the listener? Anything you want folks to find on the internet?
Well, as far as advice, do fall in love. Don't leave a paper trail. And, check out this Wizworld Live fella. If he is some sort of alternate universe or robot wizard me or whatever, I think that'd be pretty cool, especially Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, right on that time on this very Pack Theater Twitch channel.
You can see there.
The wizard version of Philip K. Private Dick. Now, Claire Thrills, I'm so glad you made it back just in time to do this last section of the show. Is there any last words of advice you have for folks watching the show, or for me as your new husband? And what would you like folks to find on the internet?
Alrighty. 1, my Instagram. Don't tell anyone, but I use a fake name, and you can find it at Ella_Francis. Also, E. Penis enlarges work.
And I'm sorry, was that advice for the listener or advice for me?
Yeah, I think you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Lesson heard loud and clear. For me, I will say I am at Lester Pipps on all the things. The show is at Apocalypse Tips on Facebook, at Lester Pipps on Instagram, etc., etc. Also, my publicist is at Ezra Partier on Instagram, at Ezra Potter on Twitter. And man, that dude publicizes shows all the time, so maybe check that out. I will say one more thing, which is, of course, penis enlargers don't work on me. And
there's a maximum size. That's why, Lester.
That's right. They say it can't go past this number, and that number is 4. And also, of course, thank you to the Pack Theater. Thank you to all my guests for being on the show. Thank you to those folks who sent in those questions, and thank you to you for listening / watching. Whatever you did, we're gonna end the show the way we always do, which is pretty much just kind of unceremoniously leave the internet. That was the show. Now we did it. You know how to survive an apocalypse. If anything should go down, you'll be okay. And for that we say you're welcome. Also, we gotta say thank you to all these amazing guests. Find them on the internet, and then you'll never not know when they doing fun and stuff. And that's what the fun of the show is. Also to survive apocalypses. And hey, we hit both those nails on the head with one bird or something, I guess like that. So anyway, I gotta say thank you to the Petty. Boom.